And then the Pugna ban is really good with the Tiny. We see that with some of the Pinoy teams. I mentioned it in game number 1 as well. It's just really good at fighting together. That extra magic damage Tiny can deal because of the Decrepify. Burst people down.
The Ember's going to come out from Reality Rift. Really committing to the fire of this draft with the Phoenix and the Ember. Nice mobile hero, does a lot of work, and now 496 is going to get started with their first core, and that is going to be the Spectre. Well, the Void Spirit could be core, but nevertheless, they're grabbing the Spectre as this big team-fighting hero.
Yeah, they don't have the Dark Seer or something like that to make the Spectre more amplified, and this tells me the Spectre might be combined with the range support, and the Void Spirit will be the mid lane. I think when you pick Spectre, you need Void Spirit. You need someone who can make space and fight early on.
Yeah, absolutely. She suffers because she's not the hero she used to be, where Spectre used to be this hero which just straight up couldn't fight until she had Radiance plus one other item, whatever. She's definitely not that hero anymore. Dagger is a really, really strong spell, especially in games where you can make use of the vision it gives, but again, she's not going to commit a whole lot of damage to team fights until she's got a couple of those core items online, so you need to make up for that in some way, and strong cores are definitely the answer, with a decent amount of magic damage, and the Void Spirit definitely does that. Mirana, yeah, decent. I'm wondering where it's going to go, though.
So that's going to be a support Mirana. I'm almost certain of it. You don't play core Mirana, I believe. Maybe you want to put Mirana mid against DP, so you got the leap to get out of the DP siphon, which is a possibility, but I feel in the mid game, Mirana is just going to feed to Ember Tiny that profit. Right? She doesn't get enough items. And I love this DP pickup from Reality Rift. I believe this is going to be a DP offlane with the Tiny or a DP middle. That's one of the two options. And Ember can be mid or the carry. But for the most part, I do think this Ember is going to be like a carry route. I think Reality Rift are starting to realize, okay, maybe we want to take a more fighting approach into this game compared to game 1, where we had a lot of team fight and we had like this liability in the Morphling in the early, so they kind of couldn't build a lead, right, in the early game.
Yeah, it's very much a case of when you can fight, your timings. Yeah, DP definitely a hero which gives them a very obvious timing. I mean, that's one of the best things about the heroes. It's just like, this is go time. Is Exorcism up? Yes. All right, let's go together and fight. And also, I do like the fact that you have an answer to, when Spectre pops Haunt, you can just pop Exorcism, and then all of a sudden Spectre's like, well, I don't really want to fight into Exorcism, but it's kind of going to be a cat and mouse, a who goes first in that situation.
It's really hard for 496 to disengage, though, from Reality Rift's lineup, because they got the Ember chains and chase down potential, the Tiny toss combo. The Tiny can even toss somebody into your team. So that's pretty cool.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, catch is so important in games where you have high commitment spells. I was playing a game as Terrorblade the other day, and my team had absolutely zero catch. I pop meta, everyone runs away, and I'm just like, oh, okay, guess I'll go hit some creeps. Cool.
Yeah, you should have got Abyssal Blade. Chase them down yourself.
Yeah, I was tempted. Blink TB, let's go.
Yeah. So what you do with heroes like Terrorblade when your hero can't catch them is you need to get farmed enough that you just run down the lane. Run down the mid lane, pop your meta, start hitting the buildings, make them come into you and fight you instead.
Nice, free bit of coaching. Right, that one down real quick. Thank you very much. But in this draft, we have a Naga Siren banned out, interestingly, by 496. Not a hero I've seen a lot of recently. What is with the lack of popularity with Naga? Is it just because TB's better?
Well, the thing about Naga right now is because of Faces Void, I think it started to trend a little bit because you can always use Sleep, and the illusions are hard for Void to deal with. What I mean by Sleep is you use the Sleep when the Chrono comes out, right? You just disengage from the fight. But after that, I think a lot of teams started to pick more Naga just as a regular hero who can farm up, and Reality Rift have picked Naga for a Jit before. I just don't think it's that good of a hero, though.
Yeah, it does feel a little bit weak right now, but 496, the very interesting pickup here as they grab the Outworld Devourer.
That's very interesting. I did not expect that hero. I did not expect to see this hero ever, actually.
No. I mean, it's that kind of counter to the Ember Spirit at mid, but they can just put the Death Prophet at mid, and I don't think she struggles against the OD that much.
DP is amazing against OD.
Oh.
It's so like, first of all, OD can't
no.
engage. Okay,
Select your
what is
heroes.
that?
Oh no! An Ajit Brood. They might, yeah, they might be still be playing this mid. I don't know. Maybe Ajit's
I
just the
think
Brood
so.
player in this team. Yeah.
I think exactly. I think Brood is going to be mid, and Ember's going to be the carry in this game. They're going for something a little bit more cheesy in this game.
Oh god.
Interesting. I had no idea that was even coming. I could have never guessed that one. That's for. I thought DP was just going to be their core, because what I was trying to say about OD versus DP is that the OD can't into the fight into the exorcism, and then the silence and the siphon is just way too annoying for OD. The OD doesn't want to buy an early game. It just feels so bad. He wants to buy the Aghanims. He wants to buy more mana items,
10
so he's
seconds
able to like
remaining.
and mobility items in the fight. And then the silence is always just gonna wreck you.
Yeah, there's always that big threat on the board. Oh god. Is this is this laning phase winnable for 496? Is it really bad, or is it okay? Is there hope?
Well, I think there's hope. I think there's definitely hope. I don't know how this OD Brood matchup goes. I believe the Brood Mother is just gonna get spiders and farm nonstop, and OD is also gonna be able to farm. I just don't know who on 496 is gonna deal with the Brood once he has too many spider links. The OD is not terrible, right? I think the orb can kill some of the spiders. I have seen in the past OD beat Brood Mothers before, but maybe Ajit has an idea of how to not allow that from happening. Like Brood players, listen, there's a saying, okay, Nomad, you never trust a Brood player. You never trust a Brood player. Okay, these Brood players are literally the craziest people of Dota 2.
I mean, I see a Brood and automatically I'm mad, because 90% of the Broods I see in my games just like boosters and Smurfs, and I'm just like, oh, okay, all right. So I always get that tinge of anger and a tinge of satisfaction when they get beaten. So maybe I'm slightly biased against this Brood this game. You know what? I'm only human. I have my biases as well. But hopefully we do see a nice even game here in game number 2. But this is going to go one way or the other, I feel. Either they'll be able to make a great comeback on the side of 496. They're all partying. I love this. Everyone usually dies, but these guys just raising it high, raising the roof. Yeah, either we're going to see a very kind of even laning phase, and then 496 is able to get themselves ahead afterwards, or Reality is just going to stomp these lanes and then stomp the game and just do too much in too little time for 496, because this lineup is on a timer. They've got Spectre and OD. These two heroes do not do much early on if they don't have amazing laning phases.
Yeah, they really need to make sure that they come out a little bit at least ahead in this mid lane, or else the Brood Mother is just going to be too annoying, and 496 have to continue to funnel heroes into the mid lane to try and stop the Brood from pressuring too much. And that's going to remove a lot of space from the Spectre, because he's going to get ran at by like Ember or Tiny or the Phoenix or something like that, and be super annoying. I just want to say, does Brood Mother make your top 3 most annoying heroes list?
Depends what we're talking about. We're talking about just straight up, you know, how annoying they are in winning games and how hard they are to play against. We're talking about the kind of player which plays them.
Just annoying. I don't care about the play. Okay, here's my list.
Semantics.
Okay? Go. Tekith, number 1.
Tekith's number 1. Fair enough.
Okay. Tinker, number 2.
Oh god.
And then
okay.
Brood.
Who number 3?
Brood number 3. I don't know what else to. I don't even want to put Meepo in there, because Meepo is so easy to deal with in some situations.
I think I'd probably put Pudge in there for me, just because Pudge is on my team, just sit behind me in lane, doing nothing, sapping XP.
We're talking about the opponents. We're not talking about
Okay. But when they're on the other team, they're gods as well, you know? They'll hook you out of position, hook you into the fountain, you know? They're just like solo winning the game for their team when they're on the enemy team. But no, I guess Pudge doesn't deserve a space in there. And it's going to be Spectre mid.
Oh, okay. So he wants some free farm in the early levels. I mean, Brood can't really pressure a Spectre mid, right? Especially in the early levels. But I do think later on, this Brood should be able to harass the Spectre out. The dagger is not going to be enough to kill off the Spider.
Yeah, and Spectre's not exactly a hero that can back off to the jungle early on either, so...
Yeah, and also OD in the silent is pretty trash, because he's not going to get a whole lot of experience, considering a support has to stay with him the entire time. Yeah,
so 496 making the Galaxy Brain plays here. We'll see if it pays off for them or not.
This is what you call 5-head plays, right?
It is indeed, yeah, the wrinkly brains.
Go really well, or it could go real bad.
Are their brains wrinkled enough? Find out here on the Omega League.
You should do voice act.
Going Cap, like a little Dota voice acting duo. Sounds great.
That would be awesome.
Meanwhile, up in the top lane, yeah, we're gonna have the Void Spirit laning up into the Death Prophet. These two guys just hanging out together. I think, I don't know, who wins in this?
Well, definitely Death Prophet.
okay.
Main hero, and you have a Tiny to support you, and they actually started with 3 heroes. But actually, they still have 3 heroes bottom. But I feel now that RR have pulled the lane back a little bit is when it gets better. I think they need to pull this lane back way early. This is way too late. Like, that B is already almost level 3 with 6 lasting. That's just too much experience they gave him.
We'll toss back. They're still connecting with that Spirit Siphon though, so the Void Spirit losing quite a lot of health here, and they've got the Avalanche as well. Could still be in some trouble. Does manage to get off that Resonant Pulse to give himself a bit of tankiness, gets into the tower, and will live happily ever after.
So in this kind of lane when you're 2 versus 1, your objective is to pull the lane back and let your support zone out the offlaner, and they will get no farm in that situation. But right now, I think that B has been great. He's almost level 3. He's very happy. KYXY only has 6 last hits. He chased too much as well.
Another day, another toss back. Datby gonna go around the back here to try and get himself away. Hustler is interested, but Hustler also has no mana. But meanwhile, in the middle lane, they get the kill onto the Brood. Oh no. Yassi, how do you arrow a Brood?
Listen, don't ask, don't tell. All right, it just happened. Okay, it just happened.
Lego lasso here, Jesus Christ. Oh, we want the bottom lane. Another arrow comes sailing on through, and that's gonna connect as well on the Ember. Oh my god. Yo, Miranda, what is this? She's Robin Hood at this point.
She's feeling amazing. I mean, this is why they probably picked the OD, right? So they can set up on the mid lane. And mid Spectre gonna get tossed back into the tower. Oh no!
She's
good enough though. That should be enough.
Should be. Although actually attack something. She's good. They got her. Turn her into spiders. Bottom lane, Bombi in some trouble. Oh, the arrow actually misses this time around. Thank God, because I didn't have any more nicknames for her left. Robin Hood was my last one. Meanwhile, Hung in a bit of trouble, trying to get himself back here. Meanwhile, there's actually a Tiny wrapping around the back here, so this could be still a threat on the board for Reality Rift, but unfortunately there's no real opportunity here for the Tiny to jump in and get anything done. Reality just continuing to trade here. Really going pretty hard on this one, the Mirana, but has 2 leap charges, so feels perfectly safe. Block coming around the back. These guys are really hungry, 496. Really hungry. Me on the top lane, Dabby forced under tower once again, low on HP. As,
again, Alacrity. No arrow though right now, so.
Oh,
they also got Tiny coming bottom here. And he's got a combo.
Yeah, Yassi jump into the tree lines here. Fairy Fire up, has the TP shortly. Meanwhile, they are going to bring down the clockwork, and there is a pause out. I'm glad.
Lag.
Yeah, they're not the only ones lagging. I'm like, alright, we're all lagging.
It was the server. Yeah, it was the server. Okay. Alright, but Bombi's dead though. And Yassi's in a really awkward spot with no mana. Wait, this is not good for 496.
Alright guys, it's time for the Twitch chat vote. If you think that Yazzie is going to survive, please press 1 in Twitch chat now. If you think Yazzie is going to die, press 2 in Twitch chat right now. The winner of this competition will get a, I don't know, I'm sure WePlay will give you something. I'm just kidding, they won't. That's a total lie. I'll give you something. You have the satisfaction of knowing you're right. Yeah.
Give him a shout out.
Let's see. Oh, TP coming. TP coming. Well done. If you said that the Mirana would survive, congratulations. Go and claim your prizes right away from deep inside yourself, because that's where the only real reward in life comes from.
Oh, again, lagging. Oh, wow.
Yeah, these servers are struggling, aren't they? Too many spiders, I think.
They are. Is it the spiders, really?
No, I don't think so.
Alright, Ajit, go feed your spiders away, buddy. We gotta
for the game, bro. For the game. Down the bottom.
Oh, I got a name for you. Mirana. Katniss. Everdeen.
Oh yeah, we got another one. Cool. And she
Games.
Katniss, yeah. And female as well, you know, being accurate to her gender, which is important.
Yeah, you called her Robin Hood.
Oh, Robin's also a female name. Did you know that researchers have recently theorized that Robin Hood may have actually been female after all?
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Robin Hood wasn't real. It's a made-up tale.
Listen, at this point, I have nonsense. What's real and what's not. There are people out there who believe COVID is fake. So
true enough. Mental gymnastics are the theme of 2020. Meanwhile, the bottom lane looks like we're having a bit of issues here. Hong Kong getting run down by Alacrity and Nuts. They're coming under this tower. They want him. And they probably will get him here very far. Not really going to help out a whole lot as he runs around the trees. Behind a bit of time, the Sleight of Fist comes down. Alacrity gets a kill. Hong Kong is dead. Yes, rather. Haunt being used, but for where? For the top lane is the answer as they kill off KYXY. That's a big kill, but meanwhile, 458's actually come back into mid here, but Arjet's going to keep on chasing. He's got the 4 points of the spawn spiderlings. 458, so little health left, trying to run around the trees, but there's nowhere left to run. Arjet is going to run him down, and the spider cometh. Spider killeth.
Yeah, well, it's proven now. I mean, Spectre can kill some of the spiders, but she can't actually stand in the lane against the Broodmother anymore. Yeah, I think she needs something like a Vanguard or something to be able to live against Spider.
Yeah, if she went for the early Vanguard, that's something which actually could have been really interesting. Unfortunately, she does go for the Soul Ring, which the item just doesn't feel that good on Spectre anymore. Once you hit the 5 health regen talent, it's like somewhat better. She's jumping back into this. There's 3 heroes waiting for her right now. The Spectre, I don't think she realizes how dead she actually is. Just gonna try and run herself around this tower, though the TPs are coming, help is coming, and 458 will be kept alive.
Good support. The supports are rotating mid to try and take the tower there with the catapult and the spiderlings, but the good support from 496 coming through, saving them. KYXY is in a little bit of a pickle top though. There's a Mirana in a very interesting position to try and get an arrow out, but how does he get out?
This is not the Mirana's tower. Yeah, she's gonna go for the TP. Didn't see anything here. Nothing to see here, folks. Meanwhile, Hustler comes under the tower. Because that Mirana was in a weird position, that means she can't actually help out, and things getting kind of awkward up here in the top lane. Bobby and Yassi trying to fight up together here. There's no setup for the arrow with the OD dead, so Yassi just kind of feels a bit out of place. Trying to protect this tower, trying to come in. Hustler looking for the toss, though. Does have it, interrupt the leap as well. Yassi, little bunny rabbit charging away. Camera also charging away from the action, but it's all good. Nevertheless, the tower is going down. The Exorcism will take it, and that's going to be... Oh no, not again. This Spectre plan, it's just not working out too well. I mean, she's got a lot of CS, plus because she's murdering spiders. If we switch it over to net worth, it's a much less happy-looking graph.
Oh yeah, she... Ember just TPing in, triple remnants onto the Spectre, chains him up, and that's enough for the Broodmother to take down the Spectre. This Brood is getting big, man. That's 2 Alacrities. Blade of Alacrity is going to be coming off of the Brood. He's only like, what, 800 gold away from like a Diffusal Blade?
You know, Alacrity just got Illusion Rune. I thought you were making a joke about that. It's like, technically that's 3 Alacrities. A lot of Alacrities in this game, that's all we know. And not many Yassis, he gets killed off. Now they jump in deep here. Hustler trying to get the lockdown onto the Clockwork, trying to run himself away. Toss will not be enough damage. They're just going to turn around and go for the Spectre again. But Spectre, she's pretty tanky at this point. Max points in dispersion. Now, well, they're looking for the play onto Arjet here. The Cog's not going to do much to a Brood, unfortunately. And with the Sleight of Fist coming through from Alacrity as well, they're getting a decent amount of damage off, but in comes the Void. They managed to catch out the Phoenix. That is going to be 1 kill for them. Are they going to get any more? They're going forward onto Alacrity here. He's able to dodge out the arrow. Hung Hung does have himself the Astral Imprisonment, but unfortunately, Yassi's already thrown that arrow. You got to say, I mean, I kind of want to see Yassi saving a couple more arrows rather than trying to go for the sick 180 no-scopes. Just wait for the setup.
I gotta agree with you on that one. He's got pretty good setups, man. He's got Cogs, he's got the Astral Imprisonment, even the Aether Remnant.
Yeah.
Setups a lot better. This Brood, almost Diffusal Blade. That's very scary, and that's gonna be the end of the mid tower too, I think, once he gets that. It's only at 400 HP. Spectre trying his best to defend this. He knows nobody else on his team can actually deal with this mid tower.
Yeah. Yeah,
they smoke up.
It's a toughie.
Under supports. They saw them smoke. Reality Rift.
They should be ready for it then. Spectre definitely playing like that. One thing I do want to point out with the Soul Ring is actually, I think the 2 armor kind of makes it not super bad. Because under the tower, she's got like, what, 7+8 armor, so... Yeah, I mean, the Spectre's a pretty big deal in that regard. But yeah, the tower has fallen, Bombi. Also, maybe looking in some trouble here. They're actually going to pop the Haunt here. Right. Interesting. Zoning Haunt, which zoned no one. And now 458 running away, but unfortunately being chased. The Spider's on top. The Spectre in trouble once again. Here he is going to get brought down. 458 without a hope. without a life.
This is such good play from Reality Rift to start applying a lot of pressure around the mid area of the map. It's gonna pull everybody into these guys, and the Brood wants, this is exactly what Brood wants. People to play around him.
Yeah, Yasi's going to go down yet again. They've also got the Exism now off cooldown. Okay, IXY going to immediately pop it. Oh god, it's all falling apart for 496, I feel. This is what we didn't want to happen. This is what you can't really let happen. This team getting too far ahead in the laning phase, because there's just a lot of early pressure and very little fighting coming out of this 496 team. But they do have the... Oh, nice catch again. Yeah, this Phoenix keeps finding these remnants, which isn't ideal.
I mean, that's a good kill, but 496 did need to bring like 5 heroes around there to try and stop this pressure from happening. The mid tower lost 1,000 HP almost. The tier 2. Wow. Yeah. 11 minutes into the game.
Hey, guess
Diffusal
what?
Blade on this
They're going on Spectre again. No points for guessing that maneuver. They're jumping straight in. The chains come out. The damage comes in, and 458 in the bin once again. Clockwork trying to run himself away, but Dabby comes in around the side trying to help out, but it doesn't make a difference. Bummy's also going to get run down. Arjet is just running away with this game, currently hitting 6k net worth at 11 minutes 40 into the game. The highest net worth hero on the Dire side, meanwhile, is at 3.5, nearly half of his net worth. Oh, dearie me.
Bottom, that's so... They're going to drop the ulti on him. They don't want him to get that supernova out, I guess, and get TP's bottom. But I don't think there's any plans for Reality Rift to go bottom. He's going to keep playing mid. KYXY just farming a stack up here. Brood, especially in the tier 2. Gassy.
Uh-oh.
Getting chased.
Yeah,
they dropped the Ironwood tree. Alacrity wants it. Oh, he got it.
No, stolen. Oh, that was the ODs as well. It's not meant to happen anymore. They've got the banishment. Arrow is ready to be set up as well, and it's going to be on the mark. The Ember Spirit locked down. Bombi coming on over as well. Do they have the damage? He doesn't have a remnant regardless, but then comes the cogs of damage coming through. He kills off one. He kills off two, and Clockwork's Relaxy's turning around on this dude. He wants to try and get himself the triple, but this might be a little too greedy. But then again, from around the side, in comes the Death Prophet, in come the chains, and another kill for Alacrity.
Okay.
Oh god. I think
Alright.
I think this one might be a bit over.
Hide your kids. Hide your wives. Alacrity's here, boys. He's stealing your Ironwood tree. He's getting triple kills on you.
Crikey.
Holy smokes. Dude, they're mentally checked out on the side of 496. But you know these guys, they're not gonna give up. They know that eventually they can try and come back into this. Reality Rift, they better not take their foot off the gas, man. They just gotta keep on going.
Oh yeah, agreed. It's Reality Rift. If they get complacent, then things could get awkward very quickly. As Hung goes up the high ground, immediately killed. How dare you leave your base, sir? How dare you? Alacrity gives
this
no
is
shit
looking
about
like
Bombi.
a mad stomp.
It's a bit. Probably being run around in circles a little bit. Alacrity bouncing around all over the place. Looks like the Clockwork will survive though. Oop. Okay, alright, they get Alacrity. He comes up to the high ground. That's 510 shared bounty as well, so not too bad. Meanwhile, Hustler, he's going to get dropped as well. They're making the comebacks right now. Maybe we called it a little bit too early, but the buyback comes in from Alacrity, jumps into the backlines, and now the Spectre gets cut off, and gets cut up. And now also Yassi, oh no, he's out of leech. He's out of life as well. They do get the return kills, 2 of them in fact. And there's also a little boy, a little void spirit, trying to sneak himself away on the side here. Alacrity is trying to look for him with a slight, but doesn't find him.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Damn, they're just taking over this entire map. Spectre has literally no space. She feels so inclined to like join these fights and try to come back through some kills and team fights, but how do you kill anyone on the side of Reality Rift? The team fight is just stronger than yours.
Yep, it's...
Dude, this OD pick, man, is it working out?
You know, I'm not going to put it down to an individual pick here. I think that would be unfair.
Okay, alright.
Let's just say the toast's not landing butter side up for the side of 496. But hey, they got themselves a tiny again. You know, they're finding these little pick-offs, keeping themselves in the game a bit here. This is the kind of thing they need to be doing to maybe look towards turning this one around in the long term. Right now, it feels like a
about to
pipe
get
dream.
Ags. Yeah. They need to take this outpost top though on the side of Reality Rift, then they can get some full control. Oh, Bombi. Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh, gets a D ward. Worth.
Okay.
Kind of funny though. I mean, the Brood only got 50 more gold for killing the Clockwork than Clockwork got for killing a ward. If we ignore AoE gold, that is.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant
Out of all the super mad conspiracy theories, which one could you actually kind of get behind? You know, could you ever see yourself being bored in by the flat Earth or something like that?
No.
No. What about the birds aren't real troop?
Radiant's top tower is
Birds
under
aren't
attack.
what?
Birds aren't real. There's a group of people that believe birds aren't real.
What are they like?
I think it's
little
a meme,
micro robots or something.
yeah, like spy things. Pretty sure it's a meme, but I mean it's kind of funny, so I like to pretend it's real.
I mean, I can maybe get behind like UFOs are real. I don't know, dude.
Okay, that's how far you're.
Exactly, that's like the closest thing I believe that I can. The Spectre is just dead, by the way. Just
Oh yeah, we
casual.
watched it. Yeah,
it
casual
was
tier 2
really-
died from a Spectre, no worries. Was she trying to split waves or something?
No, she was in the back there because of the Mirana ulti that put her in that position, but she didn't want to leave because she wanted to farm somewhere on the map. If she TP back to base, it would have been terrible. So.
Scraping what she can. Scraping it together.
This Brood is just completely controlling the triangle area in the left side, and 496 just can't do anything to farm there. So they're trying to split all the way top, but then the Ember is just going to catch them.
Uh-oh. Clockwork. Oh, he gets pulled down. Meanwhile...
Oh, OD as well?
Yeah, OD, maybe they can get this kill here. He's going for the TP out. They don't have the chains though, so he's gone. Nice TP from the OD.
Okay. That's some space for Spectre, right? Now she gets the TP bottom. Push that out a little bit. Look at Lacrity, man. He's already TPing on the outpost. And the Tiny.
Yeah, they know exactly what
they're not
going
gonna let her farm anything. No. They're in. Boom.
Yeah, and this is another death for 458 looking like. Although, well, Hawk's going to be popped and unfortunately goes straight into the jaws of the Brood and now across towards Nuts. Nuts is going to get to use his spells on her, going for the TP out, but that's not going to happen. Nuts gets himself the solo. Meanwhile, Arjit taking some damage here. Do they have enough to finish the job here? Yes, they do. The OD comes down. They get themselves 2, and they're looking towards the Lactis. Well, Lactis out of mana. They're going to get another one. Oh my goodness. 3 kills for the side of 496. This OD actually did something.
Wow.
Didn't mean to sound so surprised about that.
Big kills, man.
Yeah. A huge deal.
Big kills. Yeah, I mean, they ran in there into 4 heroes. The Spectre did die to the Phoenix, though, because anybody she would have haunted to would have actually killed her. But I don't know, man. I think Reality Rift, they gotta buckle up a little bit more. They gotta group up and try to run together if they actually want to control this map, because that was a big blunder. I mean, I don't think 496 are back in this game in any way.
No,
but you know, if you do that once or twice more, then they will be.
What about a smoke from 496? Is that on the cards yet? They still don't actually have any
especially
items.
With Haunted.
Yeah, they don't have a
items,
Radiance.
so.
They don't have an Eggs on OD. It's still very poor.
Has fallen.
Actually, I thought of a conspiracy theory I can actually get behind, you know.
Okay.
I think I could be part of the anti-vax crew, you know, one day. Once I turn boomer mode. That's because, you know, that's... I don't think there's enough. Maybe I can see a rational thought behind companies in America. I mean, not in countries with decent healthcare, but in America where it's very profit driven. I can totally see them just shoving random stuff into your body because it's profitable. You know, you can sell more, whatever it is. Anyway, Mirana is going to get killed off. The Roshan still looking pretty successful here. They're trying to go into the steal, but hookshot in. Bombi is going for it. My man's got a plan, but unfortunately that plan doesn't look too well. Zappy will bring damage. Oh, he steals it. The Void Spirit Thief running away on the sidelines. They are mad. They are really pissed at Dappy right now. They really want to bring him down for this. And now the Avatos comes out. They claim that Aegis back. Alacrity is waiting with the chains. Like, how's my Aegis, you bitch? And, well, they're going to kill him off here, most likely. Yules comes out, and he's got a couple of spells to draw, but unfortunately the science is on point from KYXY, and they will kill off the Void Spirit.
Wow, that was actually a really nice deal. Because if the Brood or the Ember got that, I think they would have been able to even take the last of tier 2 towers and maybe even go high ground with that play. But they actually got the last hit as well on the Void Spirit. So he got a lot of XP. from that. He's the highest XP hero on Dire side now.
Not
Doing
bad,
good.
not bad.
Yeah.
Just to clarify from earlier as well, because I can kind of feel the backlash. I'm by no means a anti-vaxxer by any stretch of the imagination. I'm fully supportive of vaccines, but I'm saying, you know, if there come out some big leak being like, oh, they're actually pumping you full of, you know, some verified source whistleblower,
Coming up.
I could be like, okay, yeah, I kind of see it, but
Oh
yeah,
no, 458.
vaccine people, vaccine. That'd be a bit. Meanwhile, yeah, Spectre's dead. That's not exactly a big headline right now. Oh, Hung comes flying into the side of the fight, just comes sliding in. Starts smooth. Unfortunately, it's going to get pulled off all the same. They're just kind of throwing bodies at the fight right now in 496 fashion. Not going down without a fight. Got to respect them for it, but go down. They most certainly shall as they'll lose their Void Spirit as well.
I gotta say, this Spectre almost has Radiance. Less than 1,000 gold away. So that could be something that can turn the tides of this game. I don't think the Death Prophet has bought enough team items.
Is he actually going to get this kill? He's getting nuts pretty low. He should have committed. He's just dead now for nothing.
I think the Phoenix was a bit too tanky though to actually kill there.
Yeah, he's got 6 armor. It's enough. Especially when the Mirage is hitting like a fuzzy peach. Our shall fall up in the top lane. No big deal.
Yep. They're gonna get a Robo. Oof. Nether Shawl on the Tiny, pretty big item. DP has an Essence Ring. Oh man, that's gonna make her so tanky. Bombi? Oh, Bombi actually has a 4-staff. Surprising.
Yeah, there's a lot of 4-staffs on this team.
That.
Got the OD, the Clock has one. You know,
they need it
a lot when they don't have any items. Alright, are we going to see that timing then of the Aghanims on the OD and the Radiance on the spec? She's close, she's nearly there. She's nearly done it.
Radiant
It's going to be a big item. 30 seconds, Haunt is going to be up.
Timing we're looking for. I think OD has the Staff of Wizardry on his courier, I believe. Yeah, oh, so he's got the Ogre Axe as well, so they're going to hit 2 big timings here. Once they get that Blade of Alacrity on
70 gold.
Oh, Devourer. Oh, alright, they're going to hit their timings at the same time then. This is the potential for a fight. Oh no, 458 getting jumped on the top lane though. They need to get her out of this situation, but there's just no help coming right now. Zajic gets tossed in, Radiance completed, but just quickly she picks it up, she will be going down. It's fine, it's fine. 50 seconds, they can go.
No waves. They have no waves.
Yeah.
I admit nothing.
Damn, that Aegis steal is starting to hurt Reality Rift quite a lot right now.
It is.
Because they're not able to use the Aegis timing to just be able to push the high ground. I mean, Brood is one of those heroes that kind of makes your game a bit faster because of how much pressure and gold he can accumulate for your team. But without the Aegis, it's still very, very difficult to walk into the high ground. And now with the OD having Aghanims, I think he's going to be able to clear waves quite easily or even save a Spectre.
Yeah.
So that's quite nice.
Yeah, and the Sanity's Eclipse is going to be hurting much harder in these fights if he can get a couple of Astrals off beforehand. I assume that's how the spell still works anyway. I haven't seen this hero in so long.
Oh, it just gives him 2 Astral Imprisonment. But the previous one was when it did extra damage on the Sanity Eclipse. It was pretty bad. That was one of the worst Ags in the game. When he used to have that spell.
Oh yeah, when it used it on everyone after you told. Yeah, that was so interesting.
No. There was a time where...
All the phone hit. We've got the fight taking place. They try to jump with the Tiny in the backlines. They have the damage to bring him down though. Spectre still trying to fight up. She's getting her Spirit siphoned right now. She's trying to back herself away, but unfortunately, I think she's still slightly in this. She's actually out. A lot of clockwork. He's going to get killed off, and that's going to be Hustler and Bobby dead. So, I mean, really big commitments from both teams here, and really nobody killed off. But there was no Sanity's Eclipse used, and now with the BKB is down, I think it's really hard for Reality Rift to keep fighting this one. They're trying to do exactly that. But the OD just sitting on the front lines, challenging them. Yeah, see? Looking around the corner here. Gonna get changed up though. The fight's gonna restart here. Meanwhile, jump in the OD on the backlines. He is a big target. They can bring him down. He's silenced up for the time being. KI's right on top of him as well. Turning it around, and he can't get off any of his spells. The OD will sadly just drop. And now Yassi's gonna get changed up as well. 4-5-8. Last one left. I mean, he has got heroes behind him and in front of him, but they're all the ones that matters right now. Bombi gonna save him with the cogs coming out. The Void's in the backlines, able to find himself the cheeky pick off onto the Phoenix, but now they turn around and they want to find this damn Void Spirit who's actually consistently doing a pretty good job on keeping them in this game. He's even gonna find a bounty rune. Hello, mister. I'll pick you up. Go get in my bottle. Now, unfortunately, this might be the end. He's got the TP, though. He's holding onto it for a very long time, but now they've got the chains to stop that happening as well. So, yeah, Dappy is going to die regardless.
Okay, interesting team fight where the Spectre haunted in and got moonlighted and she ran away with like 100 HP. I still think that's a pretty decent team fight for 496. OD probably shouldn't have committed to going to that high ground until the next haunt came out, though. I think that's how they actually should take fights, just off the haunt zone. Yeah. If they really want to try and come back into this game. And I think on the side of Reality Rift, they need to buy more aura items if they want to counter this OD Spectre lineup. Like, they need a pipe and they need a Greaves or something for their teammates to be able to get through that damage that 496 can deal out. Because their damage is very limited, actually.
Oh, Bombay. And popped off. He's going on adventure, getting some wards down, getting some vision out. Don't think he's too worried about dying there since his team don't really want to fight for a little bit still. Yeah, what I wanted to say is that I think 496 were a little bit too keen to fight. I know, how unlike them, right? But with the BKB up on the Brood, it's actually a huge threat, and the Death Prophet as well. Had hers just up there, I believe, in that fight. So that just makes it really hard for them to actually bring anyone up. 458's actually gone back to top. Oh no, she's actually going to get picked off by Alacrity here, though. Taking some time to finish the job here is comes. Oh no, they see her. They got the dagger out. They will bring her down. She just watched the clock die up here, though. I don't understand why she's gone back to this lane.
Gotta clear the waves, man, because that's the only wave that they can connect to the high ground with. So trying to take one for the team, but the catapult is being protected.
She will. She doesn't have buyback haunt, so I mean, maybe it's the wrinkly brain bait which they're going for here. Aslut gonna toss back the Void Spirit. Void Spirit thrown into the middle of everything. He is gonna get off that Yules, but when he comes back down, they're just gonna kill him off immediately. Meanwhile, on the backlines, they kill off the Tiny. Nice little kill there. Buyback horde comes out strong. They're gonna try and find themselves a fight, but the Supernova is down. Can they kill it off in time? Yes, they can. Supernova is dropped, but the BKB also popped from Magic here as they try to focus down the OD. OD taking himself away. Hookshot gonna buy him the space. He gets under the tier 4s and will just about survive. Meanwhile, the buyback's coming out thick and strong from both teams here. I look over towards Ajit. They've got the Yules, they've got the Remnant coming down as well, and 458's on top of Magic's a great hero. The arrow connects as well. They bring him down, and they look up towards the Ember Spirit as well. He's being taken down here. He doesn't have a Remnant up for another 3 seconds. Tries to get off the Sleight of Fist, but the cogs perfectly placed from Bobby to bring him down. But he's doing so much damage. He's going to get 2 kills before he dies. Oh no, he gets himself the double, and Hung Hung barely surviving as well. Oh, you gotta respect the Flame Guard, but nevertheless, they hold the high ground. It's nails dug in as Dappy finds the Phoenix. Nails dug in, heels shoved into the dirt, every little bit of strength they can muster to hold this high ground, but 496 will manage it. And this is what I love about this team, man. I mean, they are just non-stop trying. There is no game where you can ever just be like, yeah, they're broken, they're not coming back, because they know their fights. That is the one thing they will always know and they'll always fall back upon.
Yeah, they just don't fall, right? It's so fun to watch these guys play because they just keep coming back and try to do some creative actions to try and win the fight. So that fight, Spectre bought out with like, what, 10 seconds left or something? She saw the Tiny was out of position because he got cogged out, and then just haunted in. They focused the egg right away, then they keep on going. I mean, the only redeeming factor from that fight was that Ember, although he was about to die, he still got the double kill at the end. If the Spectre lived through that, right, after that team fight, I think that would have been really troublesome for Reality Rift, because the Spectre would have been farming for like the next, what, 70 seconds without anyone pressuring her, and you could have shifted the gold lead down to like, what, 8k maybe, instead of where it's at right now. Like, the score is 43-21, but they're only up like 10k gold, and it does feel like 496 are capable of team fighting. But once they get
without looking, what do you think the win probability is on Dota Plus?
Okay, well, Dota Plus loves Spectre, so I'm gonna say like 58% for Reality Rift.
That is
Yeah,
absolute,
Dota
almost
plus
suspiciously perfect.
No,
58%.
I swear to you, I did not touch anything. I just.
I don't even know how to check Dota Plus.
Very, very impressive though. Very impressive. Meanwhile, Spectre gonna horn in. They're trying to go for the Aegis steal here, and Ajit is the one who's gonna grab it. They get the kill, but they don't get the Aegis, and now the Spectre in a whole world of hurt, just getting chunked away out by Ajit with that BKB and the Supernova coming down as well. They have committed a lot for this Roshan fight here. If they can get out with everybody else, but unfortunately the OD is now the one in trouble as well. She's gonna get brought down, and that is gonna be 2 of their big cores taken on out by Reality Rift. Oh god. They had to go for it, really, didn't they? But
after this Rax dies, that's gonna go up to like 76% or something.
Yeah, we're in 68 right now. Oh, wait for it. Wait, anyway.
This is very, very scary for 493. I mean, they don't have a buyback on the Spectre. That was really questionable because he just haunted right into the middle of all of them.
Yeah, often a dangerous move. Dappy, again, just run into all of them and backing himself away. Nicely done. Yassi taking so much damage from Alacrity. What does this dude have? Oh, the Enchanted Quiver. Yeah. That hurts. That does hurt. Meanwhile, Bombi just gets absolutely eviscerated under the tier 4s. Najee he is the barracks. He's very much inside the barrack. Just chunking apart from inside.
That's really bad. The Clockwork died before the Spectre's alive, and now he's still gonna be dead when the OD revives too. This second Rax is gonna look very grim. Nice toss back.
Oh no, the Orchid out onto the Void Spirit. Can he get off any spells in time? The Horn actually coming out here as well as they try and make a fight out of this 4-5-8. Just trying to jump around the fights here. Does get seen here. Ajit's on top. They also have the ultimate coming down from the OD, but it's not really doing that much damage. Doesn't even bring down the supports. Alacrity just spinning around on the front lines here. He doesn't have an Aegis, so could be in some trouble here as he's getting brought on down. The tower hit's coming on through and they'll kill off Alacrity, but OD's also going to get dropped. He's got the buyback, immediately going to use it. Meanwhile, 4-5-8 trying to fight around on the front lines here. Trying to look for KYXY. Going to get slowed down though by the diffusal blade off the Brood. KYXY is in some trouble on the high ground here, and he is not able to run down that cliff, and he's going to get brought down. And now a cute little Astral onto the Spider here. They might be able to take down Ajit at least once here as he's trying to crawl up that high ground, but that's not going to happen. He's going to get beaten down, but everybody else, they need to get up to his high ground now if they want to stand a chance of killing a Brood a second time. The arrow off the mark. Oh, Yassi, a rare miss, and now the TP from that. Wow, that's a Disco Spider.
That can't happen. Yeah, they cannot miss that arrow there, man. They had to get that. Like, that was their comeback potential. Right,
yeah, so you got to go back to Arrow School.
Yeah. I mean, that was so weird by Reality. Like, you shouldn't be diving them at this point. You just have to stick together as 5 and just let 496 come into you, right? Yeah. The worst thing for Spectre is when all your heroes are sticking together, because then the Desolate doesn't do any damage, and she needs to, TP or haunt into like 5 heroes, and she just gets focused. But what happened was they were like kind of split. The Tiny was trying to run away. The Phoenix was trying to help the Tiny. And then the other 3 heroes are like diving into 496. Everything was just chaos in that team fight. And suddenly 496 are still looking strong in this game. Yeah. Like, they still got potential. The later this game goes, the smaller this goal lead is going to be. Like, or not, the more insignificant this goal lead is going to be. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's kind of like, as the game goes on, everyone gets more net worth, right? Like, gold becomes less value per 1 gold, per 100 gold, per 1,000 gold becomes less valuable, right? So that 11k advantage at 15 minutes is a huge deal. 11k advantage at 33 minutes, it's a pretty big deal. 11k advantage at 40 minutes, it's not super important. Especially when you consider the heroes they have.
Yeah.
A huge respect for 496 making it this far, but yeah, it looks like Mirana might be in a bit of trouble right now. She does have heals of her own here though, so she can heal herself up again if wanted to. I'm just gonna pounce away. Fair enough. Bunny hops out to safety.
I want to say Hustler has been playing really well in this game, like trying to find the tossbacks all the time, trying to find creative ways to get 496 out of position. I would like to say he probably should have went for the 4-staff. He has a 4-staff now, but I think he should have went for the 4-staff over the Yules in this game because he's playing against a Clockwork. There's some times where like he jumped in and then he got like hook-shotted or cogged back, and it just made the fight so awkward for Reality Rift. But other than that, like, he's been playing very, very well this game.
OD, you good, buddy? Up in the top lane, KYXY trying to chase him down, has a haste as well to stay on top of him. OD, 4-staff, and TP away. See ya later.
No one's chasing him out there. I mean, 496 has been doing a decent job at split pushing this game, trying to buy time, delay the game as much as they can. There's even a Manta on the Spectre plus 1,700 gold. Oh, that B though. He wants a bounty.
Yeah. Trying to bait him out a little bit here, and he's going to get silenced up, but OD comes in from around the side. Horn coming out as well as they hook shot into the Spider, trying to control her up, but they're also just going to back themselves away. They want to waste the Horn, and they want to waste the... Oh, the ultimate comes down from Hung. He drops the hammer, and they'll get chopped up, and now the Astral also coming down onto the Brood here. The Arrow's going to come through as well. That's the one we're looking for. Arrow School has been grasped, but we'll then look over towards the Phoenix as he pops the Supernova way off on the sidelines here. Probably not going to be that effective in this fight, but it is going to cut off their route of escape as Hung backs himself away under the cover of Moonlight Shadow. They don't see him.
Yeah, he's got the gem too.
Yeah,
and that's not the gem, by the way. That's also has another gem, so they bought 2 gems. Okay, he's
Hustler finds it. Yeah, they'll reclaim their gem, and also the Mirana looking in a great position here either. Well, the Yule's already used.
What were they?
Ouch. Oof. Run. Yeah, see. Oh god, I think his time might be up. Going for the TP, but the Crypt Swarm will take him.
Dude, all their cores are gone and they're like still lingering around. I think Clockwork should have just TP'd the hell out of there. He is gonna pick up that gem though. They didn't realize that he had the gem on the side of Reality Rift, so they're gonna secure that back.
It's hard to win though for Reality Rift. I mean, they keep taking these fights, and every single fight is just not going great.
So what's happening is they keep biting into 496's vision. If you look on the map here, right here, there's like 3 wards of 496 that haven't been dewarded. And every time Reality Rift run into that vision, 496 wants to take it. So what Reality Rift need to try to do is, you know, play for Roshan, play for the top mid area where there isn't any vision, and try to protect their own wards. Because at the moment, 496 is just killing all the wards that are being put up by Nut.
Yeah, there's one in their own jungle, which is kind of
very bad.
Why?
Yeah, that's there for the split push, right?
Yeah.
Whoever's like trying to split push bottom or running through the jungle, like they want to kill him. So and that's the word that got the Clockwork and the Mirana killed off. So it was okay, but they just need to protect their vision better. And the reason they're also this far behind is because all their Aegis usage has been terrible at the moment. They first one was stolen, second one they died middle by diving instead of like just focusing on the racks. So they have to wait for the next Aegis, and this is just delaying the game more and more. 5k gold now for Reality Rift. Jeez, man. If you told me this game will go this long, like, what, at 15 minutes into the game, I would not have believed you.
You'd have slapped me in the face. And quite rightfully so. Would be a nonsense thing to say, but yet here we are. The tail has led us down a winding road, and we've come out on the other side as that B makes a questionable jump in. He's got the Yules. I think he knows what he's doing. I hope he knows what he's doing. He does not know what he's doing. He is dead. Oh dear. Well, nonetheless, you didn't expect them to be anybody else other than the Brood here, up in that top lane.
He had a word. He thought he was safe, but then, voila, 4 heroes. Shot. You know, just walk up the mid lane because a hero is dead on the side of 496. Roshan is still not alive. Ember has a courier in there. Gonna drop the Axel.
Fortification comes out. They've got another creep coming on over. Another creep wave coming through. Yeah, they've got the buyback to try it on the Void, so maybe they can keep hold of this tower. Let's see. Sunray coming out. Oh, the toss back onto the OD. That is huge, but he's got the BKB and 4 staff to keep himself back, and he actually just gets onto the Tiny here, but that's not enough damage. They won't be able to finish the job here. He actually heals himself up to dodge the damage off the hammer, and now they jump forwards onto Hung, having to get off of that ultimate to himself, and then comes a Supernova. I don't think he survived this one, though. Another one comes down. Astral, just keep AFK of this fight. Will back himself away eventually. Meanwhile, Spectre on the backline, suddenly finding herself very much alone here, as the rest of the team will deal, actually with alacrity. Hung never actually died. He survived through the whole thing by just Astral himself non-stop as Bombi gets on top of Nuts here. Nuts is going to get run down. He's going to get killed off by the Clockwork. Another high ground defense. Wow. How do they keep on doing it? Time and time again.
No way, man. That egg was so good too. I thought they surely had this team fight, but then the Clockwork and the Void Spirit buying back. Like, you got to understand, when you're pushing high ground, you're fighting up against potentially 10 heroes. So you have to make sure this is 100% what your plan is. And I think they might have made a mistake of committing too hard into the team fight, especially with Roshan just spawning right around the corner.
And, well, guys, all right. Time for another Twitch vote, guys. If you think that the Dota plus win percentage is going to be in 496's favor, Press 1. If you think the win percentage is going to be in reality,
I think it is. Dude,
press 2.
listen, Spectre could be down 5k, 10k gold. It's going to be in favor of Spectre. There's no way it's not in favor of
almost even.
Even?
Oh, bang! It's
Wait,
not.
wait,
It's not.
give
It's
it a second.
39 to 61.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That is actually just insane. How this game just turned.
Yep.
Radiant's
This is
has been killed.
absolute madness.
Minotaur Horn. Oh, that's a big item too for
Yeah.
496. Minotaur Horn
Spectre.
against these
Oh,
heroes. And they're gonna do Roshan.
I think you definitely put on the spec for strength, I think. Shaco's nice, but...
I mean, look at his
a
HP,
lot
man.
of mana. Scardy and the Manta. A lot of mana.
Yep. Still has that soul ring.
Yep.
She didn't even go for the 400 health talent. She went for the dagger slow instead.
Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. I can see why, though. Jumping in now, looking to try and break apart this Roche fight, which they are doing, but now the Horn comes down. They're trying to get on top of the Spider. Nope, going to the backlines. The Supernovas actually come out, so trying to back themselves away, but in comes does that, and Bissell certainly was. Onto Hung Hung, as Hung Hung tries to turn around. Roshan getting it so low, it's going to drop, and that's just going to take the Aegis, but there's still a cheese comes down, and that goes to the Void Spirit, which he eats immediately, but Yassi's already been brought down along with the Tiny. He wants that being needs to get himself away, but on the high ground, Lacti is given the dirty into the OD. He again trying to ask for himself, trying to get himself away, but it's just not happening. The Spectre gets blown up. Hung Hung as well sent to the grave. They do have buybacks, but a horrible fight for 496. They lose out the Roche, and they lose out so much more with it.
Yeah, that was quite a questionable Roshan attempt, considering you are fighting against Death Prophet, Phoenix. Like, both these teams making their Roche attempts really look, again, questionable. But yeah, Reality Rift coming out ahead. One key thing is, though, the Void Spirit managed to feel the Aghanim's blessing in that fight. So I'm not sure they know that.
Big deal.
And that silence could be a big deal here. They are going to buy back on the OD and the Spectre.
Yeah, they're going for this right now, and the science comes in from the Void Spirit with that brand new Aghanim's trying to start this fight, and Adjit's in so much trouble, he's going to get brought down. His first life is gone. Neon bombing in the backlines, has to back himself away. KYXY gonna be backing him up on the backlines here. The hookshot comes through. Astral as well, controlling up the Spider. Meanwhile, they're just trying to control this fight and beat down Adjit here. Can they do so? Hammer comes in, takes down most of his health, and they won't be able to do the job though as he turns it around. He jumps on forwards there, just heals himself up with the insatiable hunger. Surely they can bring him down though, as Lacti goes down to the backlines, and the Broodmother controlled up. There's nothing left. The lifesteal throw. They're going to try and help him with the Sun Ray, but the Sun Ray will not help in the end. And they will also chase away the Phoenix. Meanwhile, on the backlines, they might have got themselves a tasty little +1 here in KXY. There's nothing left for him to do but die. And two of these heroes do not have buyback. I don't think they can do any much with it, 496. Maybe take themselves a tier 2 or something, but... I mean, I get really bored of saying that. I might just record myself saying it and then press play whenever it happens, but yet another high ground defense from 496. How many more times can it happen?
I mean, I think Reality Rift have one more fight in the tank. They need to get the Spectre or OD killed off so that they're set out for like 110 seconds or whatever. So this next fight is going to be very key. If they let this game go on for another 6 minutes and let those heroes have buybacks, that's very bad. Jumping out to the Tiny.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
He is certainly dead.
This Princess Knife OD is so valuable, man. Like,
It's
this
amazing.
item is really, really good on this hero. That Hex on the Broodmother, just starting off the fight. Oh, man.
I also think the projectile speed is kind of important on that one as well, on the Princess Knife, because it's going to give you charges quicker for your sanities. I mean, clutch situations, you know, a couple of seconds, 60% movement speed on your projectiles, that's a huge difference.
Radiant structures are fortified.
But yeah, I mean, this is your Aegis push. Didn't work out for Reality Rift. That feels very, very bad. I mean, they did try and go for the Aegis push without their ultimates, which I think is a big deal here. You know, they just need to be a little bit more patient, wait for the Exorcism, wait for the Supernova. They got caught out by the buybacks, which they really wanted. They kind of needed to get. You know, they still have a big win condition in this game. If they can bring down either of these two big core heroes, they probably can finish the game. So it's important to remember that throughout the next few minutes. And they've also able to hold their buybacks on the side of the Reality Rift in this last engagement. So they do have the advantage in that sense. But whether they can actually win the fights, take advantage of that, is a big question.
Yeah, one rack's gonna equalize how many both teams have. I mean, they didn't take the range, but that's okay. And 9k gold lead all of a sudden for 496. Again, like at this stage in the game, the gold lead is not too relevant. I just think that this Ember Spirit is way too poor. He's extremely underfarmed for a carry hero. when considering that the advantage that they had in the early. I feel like he just needed to focus on farming up more and just being able to kill anybody who comes into his lane.
Yeah, I mean,
He has
that's what
bought out a
happens.
lot, I think.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, he's been turning up to like every fight and just trying to be on the front lines with his team because that's what he felt like he needed to do to win this game, and that does come back to bite you when you get to the 45-minute mark. You find yourself viciously underfarmed and struggling to really have a big impact. Like the Mirana is as farmed as he is. I mean, to be fair, this Mirana's ripped. She is absolutely jacked. What's up, bro?
He is.
You want to take my high ground?
Replay too.
Dire's
Princess of the
middle
Moon.
barracks are under attack.
And in they go. X's
Here we
and
go.
popped pretty early, to be fair, but I don't think they're too worried about that one. They got the magic lamp as well on the DP, so have to just start smacking away at these buildings. I'm going to come over and try and get himself a couple of arcane ore pits. Any hits you can get as its OD will be big for trying to gain those charges of sanities. It's a cute little combination here. Actually gets dispelled though, okay? So it just pops the BKB to take these middle racks, and they know they want to go here. The Exism's about to run out, and they want to try and make a play with this. They immediately jump to the backlines. Hawk being caught as well. Blacksy's going in deep with the backlines. The BKB pop from OD, but he's getting jumped on by Ajit. 4-staff out, trying to keep himself alive. Astro onto himself as well. Meanwhile, Ajit just goes in. Actually takes a barracks, interestingly, and now turns around and looks for the real target. The Spectre held still, but he's on top of his OD. Ready to help him out, and they will be able to take down Hustler. And the OD to come back and starts hitting people. He's silenced up. He can't get off the hammer, and he is going to get dropped. No buyback on the OD. And look at this. Death Prophet just taking everybody's spirits with the Siphon. Takes down the Spectre. No buybacks on the Spectre. This might be it. Arrow comes through onto the Death Prophet, holding her still. Alacrity still on the front lines, but without their cause, there just seems like there is no way to defend it. Even if they get the kills at this point, they've got the buybacks on the side of Razzi Rift. Yazzie trying to make something happen, throwing in the damage here, trying to make something, but Hustler comes in, puts an end to Mirana. Mirana buys back into it. They're trying to take down Deutscher in the middle of this one as well. He can't survive. He's dead without buyback. 2 heroes left, and it might be becoming 1 very soon, as they will get the kill onto Arjun at the very least. Clockwork with the overcharge, making it happen, but he's going to drop buybacks on the Mirana and on the Clockwork here as Yazzie straight back into the fight, looking like he's going to get taken down by a second time. Oh god, no. It's all over. They fought until the bitter end. They really did 4-9-6, but they will lose game number 2. But hey, guys, it means we get a game 3, so not all sad faces here. Reality Rift.
That was perfect. That was perfect teamfight at the end there, right? They just had to chase down the Spectre and the OD because the 2 heroes who don't have buybacks. And they pressured them. OD just had to like astral himself twice, try to keep himself alive, but it didn't matter in the end. Reality Rift seeing that opening, the chance to secure the game at 47 minutes in. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? At the end of